yourself. Okay. All right. Are you ready to play a game? Okay. Here is the game we're going to play with today. And you see, maybe you've heard of this game. Maybe you've played this game before. Anybody know what this game is called? Oh, we've got someone in the chat.
Tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe. You got it. All right. Let me see. Milo has something in the chat. Not real fiction. Good. All right. He's answering some questions. This is a game called tic-tac-toe. Now, can you raise your hand? Let me stop it so I can see your pictures. Raise your hand if you don't know how to play tic-tac-toe. I tricked you, Milo. All right. Anyone else does not know how to play tic-tac-toe? Okay, great. Well, Sarah, I'm going to teach you very quickly how to play tic-tac-toe, and we're actually going to let you play. So I've got some people here. This game will be Milo and Selena playing this game here. So Milo, you're going to be the X, and Selena's going to be the O. Okay, and we're just going to watch, Sarah. Oh, do you know how to play?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well, Milo and Selena are going to play there. So, let me put S-E for that, Selena. This one is going to be S-A, that's Sarah, and she's going to be the X. And we're going to put Anna J here to be the O. And then we're going to have our Anna W is going to be the X on this game, and Linda is going to be the O on this game. So if you push your mouse up to the top, you should be able to see a pencil, and you can go ahead and start playing. X's will go first. So Milo and Sarah and Anna W, you'll go first. Oh, Milo's already put his X there. Oh, and all right. Now it's time for the O's to go. Selena and Anna J and Linda, you can put your O's in another one of those spaces on your game. Oh, there's our O. Good. Anyone else? Selena?
Oh,
Milo erased it. Okay, Linda got her O. Oh, Selena, are you having trouble?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a pencil?
No.
No, okay. Ah, there we go. All right, let me make sure. I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to turn it on and see if your pencil shows up, Selena. Is it there now? All right, Selena, I'll have to help you. So this is box number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You tell me where you want to put your O.
1.
In number 1. Okay, so now it's back to our X's. X's go again. Milo, there's Sarah and Anna. Anna, there you go. Got all our X's. All right, now our O's go. Selena, where do you want it?
9.
9. This one?
No, 8.
Oh, 8. Okay. That's good. 8 blocked Milo. Whew. Lucky, lucky. Oh, Milo's going again. Go ahead and second O's. Need to put yours. So Anna and Linda, put your second O on. There we go. Oh, and Anna blocked Sarah from winning. Oh, and Linda's blocked again. Okay. All right. Selena, what number would you like this time?
4.
Number 4. Good. Protecting yourself again. Oops, I almost did the wrong one. I put an X instead. Okay, very good. And Milo, back to you. Yes, anyway. Oh, Milo's there. Okay, Selena, We only have one shot, one chance left, so we better put it here. And what happened, Milo? What's that called? Do you know what it's called, Milo, if nobody wins?
Scratch.
A scratch game, or I call it a cat game. I don't know why we call it cat, but that's what I've heard, a cat game. All right. Did anybody win? Did anybody win?
Oh.
No? Okay, well, I'm going to stop sharing. That means you're all pretty good at tic-tac-toe, because if you're really good, then you don't let the other person win. So you both must be very, very good at this game to not let anyone win. Now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever tried to teach someone to play tic-tac-toe?
No.
No, Milo hasn't. Anybody? Has anybody tried to teach someone how to play?
No.
No? Okay. Well, the type of writing that we are going to do today is called a how-to essay. A how-to essay. And just like it sounds, a how-to essay is how to do something. You are going to write the steps you take to accomplish a task. So let's look at our example and see what that looks like. Okay, here are our goals. We're going to first figure out what the steps are, then we're going to put them in order, and then we're going to write them. That's the steps we take to do a how-to essay. Look at this list. We can write about how to play a game like tic-tac-toe. We can do a how to make a paper airplane essay. We can write how to make a friend. We can do how to build a model. We could do how to clean your room, or how to make a telephone call. Or you get to pick. If you want to write a how-to about something else, maybe you want to teach us how to do a certain dance, or how to play a sport. Any idea that you have, you can write about this week. Okay, but these are some ideas if you can't think of one. Yep, that's the first one there. Milo, how to play games. All right, that's the one he's going to pick. Okay, well, those are some things. Here are some things you need to think about when you are going to write your homework, okay? You need to think about a few things. Oh, Milo's going to teach us how to play Fortnite. Okay, all right. I don't know how to play, Milo, so I hope that your essay will teach me everything I need to know. All right, here are 3 things that you need to think about, and let's have some readers. Let's see, Anna J. Can you read us this first one, please, where it says, what would happen
If the steps were missing or out of order?
All right. What would happen if the steps were missing or out of order? So think about it. You are going to teach someone how to do whatever you pick. Maybe it's how to play a game. Now, what if you didn't tell them all the things they needed to know? What if you forgot part of the way to play the game and you didn't put it in your essay? Do you think that they would learn how to do it? I don't think so. If the steps were missing, or if you put them in the wrong order. Let's think about tic-tac-toe. What if you told the person to draw some X's, and then at the end is when you said, oh, let me get my, I just dropped my markers. All right, what if you said draw X's and the person does this, and then you say, oh wait, first you have to draw this. Would that work very well if you did it backwards? No. So the steps have to go in order on a how-to essay. Okay, so you want to think, what do you do first? And that's what you're going to write first. What do you do second? then you put that next. Okay, so think about, you've got to, and you can't forget some of the steps or it won't work very well. Okay, all right. Oh, Anna W has another idea of another game to, is that a game to play, Anna Wang? Roblox, is that what it's called? Oh, you're on mute, so I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can write about that. Perfect. I'm going to learn all sorts of fun new games when I read your essays. That's great. All right, step number 2. Let's see. Let's have the other Anna Wang, read step number 2 here. Think about, I'm going to pick up my markers. Anna W., can you read the part that says think, or what details?
What details do you need to include to better understand each step?
Okay, so you might say for your, if you were teaching someone how to play tic-tac-toe, you might say draw some lines. Instead of telling them how to draw this, if you just said draw some lines, this is what they might start with. Oh, I drew some lines. Is that going to be a fun tic-tac-toe game? No. So you need to tell them the details. You need details to say you're going to draw 2 lines going down and 2 lines going across so it looks like this. And you can even draw in your essay what you want it to look like. Okay, so those details are going to be important when you are writing. All right, let's do number 3, the third thing we need to think about. And let's have Linda. Can you read this one? YR? Right here. Why are the words down at the bottom?
Where are the words you choose to use? So this could be easy, step important.
Important. Why are the words you are using important? All right, so think about again, if you were telling people to draw the lines, you need to say 2 lines that go up and down and 2 lines that go across. Those words would be important, okay? Again, if you just said draw 2 lines, they would look like whatever the person wants. You need to think about the words. Oh, the line goes from up, goes up and goes down. Starts up and goes down, okay? All right, are you ready to read someone's essay? This is an essay on how to play tic-tac-toe. Now, you guys just all played tic-tac-toe, so we're going to see if this essay is giving enough information to teach someone how to play tic-tac-toe. And it starts on this slide, and then there's a little bit on the next slide, okay? The first thing I want you to notice is what begins with the first word of these paragraphs. We've got first, we've got next, and then if we flip to the other slide, the next one says last. Those are called sequence words, and those sequence words help organize your essay. So when you're teaching me how to play that game or teaching me how to do whatever it is you're going to do for your homework, you need to remember those words: first, next, then. You might use second, third, fourth, okay? You want to make sure you put them in the right order and it's helping the person know what steps to do. Okay, Milo, you're a really good reader. Could you read this first slide to us?
Tic-tac-toe is fun, easy game to play. Plus, it's quick. The only thing you need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and a friend. First, draw a game board. You do this by drawing 2 up and down lines and 2 across lines. Leave room to write letters in the space between the lines. When finished, the board will look like this.
All right, stop for just a minute, Milo. They did a really good job, didn't they? Describing how to draw those lines. They used lots of details and they used good words to help us know what to do. Okay. All right. Go ahead and read that last part, Milo.
Next, pick the player who will start. You can roll a die or do a coin toss. Then the starting player draws an X in any one of the spaces. The center space is usually the best. But you can win from any space. Next, the other player draws an O in one of the other spaces. Take turns drawing X and O's until someone wins. To win, you must draw 3 X or 3 O's in an up and down, across, or a diagonal row.
Yep, diagonal is that word. That's a pretty big word. And diagonal means like this. Up at the top, can you see my diagonal? So you can win up and down, you can win side to side, or you can win the X, the diagonal lines. Okay, thank you, Milo. That was super good reading. All right, Sarah, can we have you finish this essay, please?
Last, if you write in every space without making a row of X or O's, it is a tie game. If there's a tie, play again to find a winner. This time, the player who is second gets to start. Tic-tac-toe is popular because it is quick and easy to play. This is why it is a great game to play when you've got a few minutes and a friend. Have fun.
Have fun. Oh, what a great job. Thank you, Sarah, for reading that. Wow. Do you think that that person did a good job on that essay? Yes, they had to think. All right, how do we play? What do we do first? We draw, then one person draws an X and someone else draws an O, and then you take turns. I think they did a really good job describing all the things that you need to learn how to play tic-tac-toe. Now let's look at the same essay, but we've got some blue squares or blue rectangles now, kind of helping us know which part is each one of these sentences is. So we are going to start with an introduction. Okay, so think about that. When you're thinking about what you want to write an essay about, your introduction is going to tell us a little bit about what it is you're going to describe to us. What game it is you want us to learn, or what other thing that you want to teach us. Okay, the how to. Remember our list, you can teach us how to play something, how to make something, how to build something, how to clean something. You have lots of different choices, okay? So the introduction is going to tell us, you're going to tell us what it is you're going to teach us. Then you need to make sure you tell us the materials. Materials are the things you need to follow your directions. So tic-tac-toe, you only need 3 things: a piece of paper, a pencil, and a friend, okay? If you're telling us how to play, excuse me, Fortnite, you might only have 1 thing. All you need is a computer with Fortnite installed. Milo, what else would you need?
A television.
A television. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. See, you're going to teach me. You're going to teach me how to do it.
A Nintendo Switch.
And a Nintendo Switch. Okay.
And a microphone.
And a micro. Oh my goodness. So several things to play Fortnite. Okay. Milo, remember this when you start your essay. Don't forget to put that list of things you need. Okay. So it might be a good idea when you are doing your essay to actually do the thing that you're describing so that you can know all the things you're going to need. And then we're going to start with the steps. And the steps have details. Okay? Remember our clue words: first, next, then, finally, or at last. Those are the steps you take. Okay? After we get through all those steps and giving some details, then we're going to do the conclusion. The very end, you're going to tell us a little bit more about maybe why you chose that topic to write about. You're going to tell us maybe something to remember as you play or do the activity that you're describing. Okay? So we've got an introduction, then the steps, introduction, materials, steps, and conclusion. Those are the 4 main parts. Okay? Here, I'm going to skip down a little bit, and I'm going to tell you, this is the graphic organizer, and it has 3 slides. The first slide is where you're going to put your topic and your materials. You can just write this on a piece of paper, your topic and your materials. Then you're going to think of how you play or do the activity. You're going to think of your sequence word. And remember, sequence words are words like first, next, then, and finally, or first, second, third. And each one of those steps has one of those sequence words. So this one might have first. This one, the second one, you might write next. On the third one, you maybe write then. Okay, so you come up with a sequence word, then the step, what is it they're going to do, and then some details to give more information about that step. Okay, and this has a place for you to do 5 steps, because this is probably the first time you have written a how-to essay. I think something with 5 steps is good. Don't try to do something that has 20 steps. That will be too hard. Okay? Don't do something that only has 2 steps. That's too easy. Okay? You want to think of something that takes about 5 steps. Maybe 4, maybe 6, but not more than 6 and not less than 4. Okay? Think of those things.
Okay.
And that will help you come up with what you could write your essay about. So here's the person filled out the answers to this on their graphic organizer. They came up with these sequence words. Then the steps were to draw the game board, pick a player to start, and starting player draws. And then the details are over here. So when you're drawing the board, remember he gave lots of good information: 2 up and down lines, 2 across lines, and leave spaces to write. When they talked about picking a player to start, you can roll a dice to see that, or do a coin toss to choose who will go first. And the details that go with starting player draws are that you can win from any square, but starting in the center is best. And if you remember our game that we played at the beginning, everybody started in the center. I didn't even tell you to do that. So I think that this is right. Starting in the center is a good place to start. You guys all did it. All right, number 4 step was that the other player draws, and then this is the detail. These are the details. In any space, they take turns until someone wins, 3 across, 3 up and down, or diagonal. And the last step, you're going to break a tie game. You can play again if and this time the second player starts. Okay? Those are the steps that the person thought about before they started writing their essay. Then they turned it into this essay. After they thought about it, wrote some ideas on paper, then they turned it into an essay. Okay? All right. Any questions? Does anyone have a question before I give you your homework? I don't see any hands up. Anybody before I move on? Any questions? No? Okay. Well, then let's talk about homework. Your homework, oh, and look, there's lots of important things on this page. First of all, in yellow, Milo reminded us that it's due by Thursday. So make sure you take time to do this on Tuesday or Wednesday. And you can write it on Thursday and just make sure I get it before you go to bed on Thursday, okay? You are going to write about the steps you take to do one of the following, and I want to make sure you know this, or choose your own. Okay, maybe you have an idea. Maybe you want to teach someone how to make a type of food. My daughter, when she's a teacher, and she had her students write how to make a sandwich. That was their how-to essay. So she had to tell them to start with, get some bread, and then you're going to put some peanut butter on the bread, and then you put some jelly on the bread, then you put the peanut butter, the two pieces of bread together, and you take a bite. Okay? Maybe you want to write about how to make something. Okay? Something in the kitchen. It doesn't matter. You can choose one of these ideas, or you can choose one of your own, whatever you would like. Okay? And we also have a challenge exercise. If you would like to do the challenge after you're finished writing your essay, then you're going to read your essay to a friend or a family member and see if they can complete the task by only following your instructions. All right? If you give your essay to someone and they try it and it's a big mess, then you need to do some more work on your essay. Okay? Maybe you forgot something. I'll tell you a funny story about when my daughter's class was writing about how to make a peanut butter sandwich. They left off one important step. One of the boys said, you're going to get 2 pieces of bread and you put the peanut butter on the bread. Well, let's pretend that this is the peanut butter and this is the bread, and this is what my daughter did. That's putting the peanut butter on the bread, but that's not how you make a sandwich. So they needed to remember, open the peanut butter, get a knife and get the peanut butter out and then spread it on the bread. Okay? Much different than just put the peanut butter on the bread. Okay? So that's why you can have someone read your essay and try to do it, and you might have left off one important step, like open the peanut butter. Okay? All right. Now, do we have any questions?